friends, I'm Sydney Mommy bringing you easy, healthy and traditional recipes which also taste good. Today I've got a video where I will be showing you how to make MoreKuzhambu and Paruppu Usili. These are very authentic Tanjore Brahmin recipes. The MoreKuzhambu is actually a South Indian style of Kadhi that the North Indians make, and I'm sure that Usal is also a dish that is made in the north which can have some parallels to the Paruppu Usili. We serve it like this with rice, and it's a complete dish because of the protein content in the Paruppu Usili. So let's now look at the ingredients for making MoreKuzhambu and Paruppu Usili. So for MoreKuzhambu, the main ingredient is a yogurt, and I like to use a thick Greek yogurt because that gives a very good result. And then the other ingredients I'll show you in a bit. I've got them all here in a plate. This is chana dal, 1 tablespoon, and a small quantity of coriander seeds, small quantity of peppercorns, cumin seeds, and rice around a tablespoon as well, and green chilies to how much ever spicy you want, and a small bit of ginger. And of course for the garnish you will need the curry leaves, and this which is called a turkey berry, dried turkey berry. This is again, we will do it at the end when we are garnishing the dish. We'll also be adding this vegetable. This is a red radish, the small variety, and of course the desiccated coconut. So these are all what we need for making the MoreKuzhambu. I have not included these two because this is kind of, everybody knows these. So there's asafoetida powder, turmeric powder and salt. And for the Paruppu Usili, Paruppu means dal in Tamil. So I have soaked 150 grams of chana dal, and I also added about this much of tur dal in it and soaked it for about 3-4 hours. And there is some red chilies I've added. So that is, I'll be grinding this. And then the vegetable is pretty much, you can use any vegetable, green vegetable. Okay, so I've used what is called flat beans here. So it kind of tastes like what we call as avaraka back home. So the ingredients for the MoreKuzhambu that I showed you in the plate, I've soaked them as well. Okay, so I'm going to grind this to a fine paste with the coconut, and I will be adding the yogurt straight into it as well. So I don't need to separately whip the yogurt or stir the yogurt. They will all go into the blender jar together. So we do it all in the one go in this. See how thick the Greek yogurt is. So this gives a very good texture. So I'm adding like two big tablespoons or even one more. Green chilies and the ginger paste, and I'm going to grind this to a fine paste. So here's the ground paste. I'm going to add it to the saucepan straight away. So adding turmeric for color. You can skip this if you want to have it like a white colored MoreKuzhambu. This is salt and asafoetida powder. So I'm going to leave it on the stove with a slow simmer. In that time, I'm going to cook the red radish. Yeah, as it gets hot, it will all mix together. I'm going to cook this red radish in the microwave. So I've added some water to it, and I'm going to add it. I will not be adding salt to it because I think there is enough salt in the MoreKuzhambu. So we just put it in the microwave. So say for 5 minutes, I would say would be enough. So while the MoreKuzhambu is starting to cook in the stove and the vegetable is being cooked in the microwave, I will be starting on the Paruppu Usili. Towards that, I'm going to first take this soaked dal and then grind them to a coarse paste. So I'm adding this to this, it's actually a chopper, it's not like a mixie. The more water you add, it will be not really good texture. So try to add as less possible. So this is the coarsely ground, the dal mixture. Because I don't have the proper instrument, I'm not able to get it very dry with less water. But if you can use an Indian mixie, I'm sure you can do it. So I'm adding salt. For the color, I'm adding the turmeric, and I'm going to mix it, and then we are going to steam it in the pressure cooker. You can also steam it in the microwave if you like, but that requires frequent turning, opening, turning and everything. So I prefer to do it in the pressure cooker. So the cooker is now ready. I've put a small vessel inside with water so that this is in a raised state. Otherwise the water from the underneath could get into it. So we leave it like that. Don't put the little lid, and just leave it there for at least 10 minutes it will take. In the meantime, I might cook the flat beans that we have already cut. I'm going to now cook the flat beans in the microwave. This is the water from the red radish that we earlier cooked in the microwave. I'm just using the same water so we don't lose the nutrients. Add the salt. I seem to have forgotten to put the desiccated coconut when I was grinding for the MoreKuzhambu. So now I'm grinding it separately and I'm going to add it to the MoreKuzhambu. Mixture to the MoreKuzhambu, which has already been cooking in the stove in simmer for a while now. I added some water as well. Now I'll be adding the vegetable. I'll add the curry leaves now. So as you can see, the MoreKuzhambu is nicely bubbling away like that. And now I'm going to add some thickened cream. Just maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons, not much. This will just give it a nice flavor. If you don't have it, it doesn't matter. You can leave it at that stage. So we'll leave it to boil for a little while now that we have added the thickened cream. While we are waiting for that, we are going to now deep fry some turkey berry, dried turkey berry. So I'm adding some oil for that. Turkey berry has got a lot of medicinal values. It is really good for the stomach. If you have an upset stomach or if you have eaten too high fat calorie food, this will really help in easing that. So for the MoreKuzhambu we always add this. So it's not a lot, maybe what 10-15 like that. So we just deep fry it in oil like that. And then don't wait until it becomes black, just take it while it is dark brown. Yeah, okay, that's ready now. I'm going to take it and then drop it. Okay, now we are ready for the final garnish. Okay, I've reduced the amount of oil and I'm just adding the mustard seeds. And this is ajwain or omam. This is again has medicinal qualities, aids in digestion and clears the stomach. So we just use these as a seasoning for the MoreKuzhambu. We're adding some curry leaves when I'm serving. But other than that, this MoreKuzhambu is now ready. So now the flat beans has been cooked. You see the color has changed from a bright green it was before and now it's like kind of an olive color. So what I'm going to do is, before I mix this with the Paruppu Usili, I'll be removing all the water. I'll drain all the water. This is how the dal mixture looks like. I steamed it and then I have manually done like this and then split it up into small particles. So there's still some of them not done. So we'll have to do it very nicely, evenly. Steaming method is more healthy, but if you don't use the steaming method and you just go and try to fry the ground mixture, you will be using this much oil just to get it to this state. But with steaming, you are doing that without using much oil at all. Now we are going to assemble the vegetables and the cooked dal mixture in the stove. So I've got a big fry pan here, so this helps me to move them around and mix easily. And I'm going to add some mustard seeds first. Okay, now the urad dal. Asafoetida powder. Then adding the dal. Keep the stove low. If you see a bit lumps, just mash them with your spatula. So we keep doing this until it's totally dry. There is no moisture in the dal mixture. It will become like very separated, the particles. See, already you can see that it's becoming finer. The particles are becoming finer. We are going to add the vegetable. So I've totally drained all the water from this. Okay, it doesn't have any water, because if I have water, it will go and bunch up the dal. So you have to make sure it doesn't have water, because you can't avoid 100%. There is still some moisture left. That's why we put it in the stove again, so that we get rid of all the moisture and also mix them together. I used around 400 grams of this vegetable. or about 1.5 cups of the dal. This seems to be the perfect proportion for the two. They are in the 1:1 ratio, you can see that. This is actually a very protein rich dish, because whenever you combine green vegetables with dal, the iron absorption also increases. Because I've used two different types of dal, the chana dal and the tur dal, you're getting different good ingredients from both of them. So there you have it, an authentic and traditional recipe of MoreKuzhambu and Paruppu Usili, made in the Tanjore Brahmin style, served with rice for lunch or dinner. If you like my recipes and videos, please do subscribe to my channel to get these traditional and easy to make recipes. Thank you.